Hi, my name's Holland. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back. So you might have heard me talk on this channel before about composing music or songwriting, about art or about theatre. I have lots of creative interests, but at the moment I'm focusing on upgrading my career, and to do that I'm studying a part-time MA with the Open University. So I'm going to be vlogging about my MA journey. So my MA is in online teaching. That doesn't mean that I actually want to be a teacher. My goal is to either become an academic librarian or a learning technologist. And the course that I'm doing is great for that, because in the first year, I'll be studying technology enhanced learning. Second year is accessibility and inclusion, equity, that sort of thing. And then in the final year, it's more sort of traditional education. There you go, that's a bit lighter. So I'm recording this on New Year's Eve 2025, and I'm starting my MA officially in early February. But before that time, I have plenty that I can be doing to prepare for my MA. So at this point, it's all getting a bit real, and I'm kind of terrified, to be honest. So it is super early in the morning when I'm filming this, so if I'm really quiet, that's why. I'm trying to turn my fear into excitement, and one way I'm trying to do that is I've bought some study goodies, so I'm gonna open them up and show you my haul. So first up, I got myself a box file just so that I can keep all my loose papers organised, especially if I'm carrying them around from room to room. Also got some button files. There's 6 of those and they fit A4 paper in them. I got some printer paper for my inkjet printer and a pencil case. Not actually my favourite colour, this pinky colour, but there weren't many choices. I do need a see-through one because otherwise I tend to forget what's in it. I've also got some labels, mostly for labelling up my button files, and these little multicoloured bookmarks. These are really useful when you're studying. Next up, I got some pastel highlighters. Honestly, I don't really use highlighters much, but I thought I'd get them just in case. And then finally, pens. So I got, these are my black pens, and they are tri-grip, so they're sort of triangular, so they can't roll away. They've got a really fine nib on them. So here's me just trying them out in a second here, just to see how they write and if they work, which they do. And then the other pack is gel pens in various different colours. I was a little bit disappointed because one of them has a purple lid, so I thought it was going to be purple, but it turns out that the ink inside it is actually pink. Not my favourite colour. But there are some really nice colours in here, especially the greens and the blues. So next I'm going to get all my pens and things organised in my pencil case. I do like having all these different colours. You've gone at an angle. When did that happen? I didn't open that very well. So there's my little haul of study goodies. Yeah, I think that helps me to feel a little bit more prepared. So this is one of the books that I've been reading in preparation. It's not actually a postgraduate one. It's just generally returning to study. And it's written by Chloe Burrows, who is apparently a graduate ambassador for the Open University. And she studied there. Now, before I decided to go ahead and do the MA, just to kind of prove to myself that I could get back into academic study again, I did a level 3 course in education and training, and I managed to complete that with a good grade. So once I'd finished that, I decided to go full steam ahead and register for my MA, which I am having moments here and there where I'm having cold feet and thinking, what have I put myself forward for here? Because the funding situation is, this course is like an extended version of a PGCE. I would have been happy with a PGCE personally, but I don't have the option of dropping out after I've done the PGCE part, which would be a year, because then I would lose the funding that I'd already got, if that makes sense. Like I would have to pay it back immediately. So I can't, from a financial point of view, I can't drop out because then I'll be in a lot of financial trouble. So it is a commitment that I have to keep going with for financial reasons now that I've committed myself. So it's a bit like, anyway. So here are some of the books that I've been working my way through. So one is Enhancing Learning and Teaching with Technology, What the Researcher Says, edited by Rosemary Luckin. I think there are lots of authors, and this is the editor. So I've read maybe a fifth of that so far. Pretty hard going, but it's a good one. This one is more of a study skills one. That is Alistair Bonnet, and it's How to Argue, 4th edition. I'm about a fifth of the way through that too. This one I haven't read at all yet, but this looks like a great one. It's called The Teacher in the Machine, and it's by Anne Trumbaugh, sorry. I've also been gifted this productivity planner. This was one of my Christmas gifts. It looks like this. So I've got today's focus, priorities, to-do list, self-cares, daily schedule, what can I improve today, and then brain dump, which is just notes. I honestly don't know how often I'm going to be able to make these types of videos, so I expect them to be sporadic. I'm also making them mostly for my own benefit, just to have somewhere to vent, to talk about what I'm doing, and just to have a record of what I've gone through for these 3 years. So if this stuff isn't interesting to you, I totally get it. But if it is, then please feel free to like, subscribe, and most importantly, comment on my videos, and I would love to see you in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.